Ooh, how's it going, everybody? Thanks for coming. Oh, whoops, I have this monitor on. This always bothers me. My work computer. Oh, man. I don't know if you guys caught the first attempt at going live. But my whole computer just crashed. So, that was a little rough. But we're back. We're good. So let's get to work. Let's see if this is gonna work here. There we go. Looking good. I fear you have the advantage of me. Most honorable and esteemed Andrew XP, I am Tansui, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss. Oh, any of these look good? Oh, these look just like the starter here boots. You wish to pay the ruby tithe, yes? With your gil, perhaps? It is just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for their passage to Authard. Does this sum meet your satisfaction? This guy has money? He has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely unless you tripled it. Oh, never mind. I missed the old square 240p player on YouTube. Why would you miss that, man? Do you take me for a fool? I know the price, as do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you came from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters and our custom, and the fool hardly sharpen their knives in anticipation. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, I guess it technically wasn't broke. Meaning? Sir, you've got to come quickly. The bastards are at it again. I tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. Very well. I will be there shortly. A proposition. Your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. I would not hear men name me a cat before Koban, so I shall consider their tithe paid. Not for what they have done, but for what I expect they will do. I'm not sure what to make of that man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled for now. What was that he and the other pirate were talking about? Maybe we ought to go and have a look. So we're probably gonna help them? We're gonna be the bigger people here. Ooh, that's quite a walk. I wonder... Boys with boats? Heyo, Kiati, how's it going? How you doing? It's great, my friend somehow managed to get me a PS5. Whoa! So we'll be getting that on Saturday. I'm so excited. Oh, dang. Do you play 14 on console? Okay, I thought this thing was gonna die faster. Oh, so you are. Oh, dang, you're gonna swap. Well, tell me how it goes. That's really exciting. Congratulations on getting the PS5. I'm not much of a console player these days. I'm one of those PC Master Race people, so... yeah, I'm not familiar with how it works on the console. Oh, you play on both? Dang, did you have to buy both versions? Is it his own people? Wait, I didn't get a good look. It is, isn't it? And the Empire?
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
I play games on both, not... oh, not Final Fantasy, but I like how Final Fantasy feels on console. Okay, no, I see what you mean now. So you're both... you're not just only games on console or only games on PC. You play games on both, but you happen to play Final Fantasy on console because you like controller. That's cool. Now you get to play it on the powerful PS5. That's insane. That's cool.
Spare me your concern, pirate. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us.
Oof.
You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you.
Chaotix, how's it going, man?
But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Garleans. I'm not really a fan of either of these two, though.
Bastards!
Oh, boy. Not a good idea, bro.
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
Oh, yeah, the Confederate shows? Yep. Not a fan of either.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
They just let him pass like nothing. At least the Confederates aren't going to shoot you on sight. That's true. They are greedy. But that's true. I would pick them over the Imperials.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent. And the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
So if I threaten these guys, will they let me go through too?
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
Where did he go? Is he hiding?
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
They don't see a possibility of winning, I'm guessing.
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats.
How do you like having Gosetsu around? Love that guy? He's amazing. This dude's huge and he's really funny. Can't complain.
Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own.
Just ready to beat someone up here, jeez.
Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat. And the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory, or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
Dang.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds!
Yeah, I love
She
this
must
guy.
be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put us here at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
I can't hate these greedy guys too much. They gotta make a living somehow. At least it's kind of annoying. Obviously, they don't fight back because they see it as hopeless people are willing to put up with a lot of if it means they'll live. That's true. She doesn't understand that because she's totally the opposite of that mindset. That's why she cannot understand those people. What are we waiting for? Come, come. Soroban cannot have gone far. Yeah, she's more of an idealist. These people, they want to survive. So they're not going to, you know, be charging into battle, you know, with the likelihood of dying mostly. Well, now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least to the Confederate encampment. You guys are gonna make me walk all the way back? Without my improved running speed? I feel so slow. I think it's cool if they make, I don't know, they make Lise so extreme. Because it makes for more interesting, confrontations. I don't know. Lise, Alisaie, and Alfina are all more idealistic than not. That's true. Also, they don't have plot armor. Lise does because it's her story arc. That is true. That's a fair point. You'd rather have her put the mask back on and be Ida again. Lise. I think a lot of us are willing to brush aside any flaws Lise has because she's hot. But I can't blame anyone for that. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company of my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. Lise and Alisaie are also both hotheads, though one certainly more so than the other. Yeah, I prefer Alisaie over Lise. Anyways, I mean, Alisaie is probably my number 2 favorite character in the game, with Yugiri being number 1. You say, what's up, man? Lisa's pretty, but I do wish she had the big titty. Who are the big titty waifus in this game? Am I allowed to say that on Twitch? I mean, hot tub streams are okay, right? That's like my justification for everything. Not part of the Y'shtola club? I do like Y'shtola, she's just... I don't like her as much, I suppose, as the others. I think she's way more popular, though. Everyone says titty, you're fine. You never know with Twitch, that's why. Like, do I need to be cautious? I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances as a whole. You understand? Kami be praised. My years of watching anime lets me know that Kami means God. Too often are Shell quick to judge all Kojin for the deeds of one. Right then. Now that our business with Tansui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. Y'shtola's the fan fave. She's in another Final Fantasy game, right? One that has other characters in it. She's up there for me as well, but I like Satsuki the most. Yeah, I'm Team Alisaie and Team Yugiri. Oops. I like the music here. Nice piano music. I love the Azim steps, by the way. Can't wait till you get to that zone. I love the music there. Is that in Stormblood? Am I pretty close to that? I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. Oh, Final Fantasy Dissidia is the game you're thinking of? Yes, that's the one. You think I'm close? Cool. I haven't played it, but my brother has. He told me about it. Ah, that reminds me, Andrew. Would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less like we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades. I think you have to go to Yangtze first. I'm not sure. I'm not really keeping track too much. I'm just going with the flow. Just wherever the story takes me is where I go. I'm not particularly, like, in a rush to get anywhere, so I guess I'll get there when I get there, huh? You're one of the Aegean from the beach, leaving us already? No need to pay the tithe, like Tansui said. On the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you for a fair price. Just enjoy the ride, my dude. Will do, man. Don't gotta tell me twice for sure. This game is just so relaxing. I don't know. Just, yeah. I love going at a nice slow pace, just enjoying everything, reading every single word. I've almost never done that for a game, let alone WoW. Whoops. I'm enjoying seeing people new to the game discovering the story in the world. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's great. You've spoken with the Confederates up above, then? Excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time. All aboard, let's go. And let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Alisaie. Wait. Tansui said that the Viceroy was holding court in one of those fishing villages, did he not? Should Alisaie chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away. Very well. I know just the place. Oh, crap. You have enough for push-ups? Oh, no, I'm in trouble. It's up to you, man. Dang, I was just at the gym yesterday, too. It's your points, man. Whatever you think would be funnier. Here we are. I'm reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Soroban. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best, and hope that we shall meet again. I don't know which way you prefer it, but in case you didn't know, you can enable sound in the background, the settings. Oh, shoot, I didn't realize you guys were hearing that when I was alt-tabbing and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to switch that back on. I turn that off when I'm on the starting soon screen for my stream so that I could play different music. Good. Oh, I got a stroke share. All right. Hold up. This is for you, Melon. Stroking Chercoon. This one wasn't the spanking one. It does bother me, actually. I meant to turn it back on right when stream started. But thanks for bringing that up. Wait, there's spanking? I think there's love tap. That one is the one where I give, like, that's the closest thing to a spank. So we finally arrived in Authored. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma. Ah, yes. That. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor. The element of surprise. Unlike in Girabanya, the Imperials do not know we're here. I've come to pillage the village and take all the women. Yeah! What's up? What's up, Prodigy? Yep, that's the one. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect that the Doman Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit, but before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tansui was talking about. I'm gonna guess yes. It may be. I smell ceruleum in the breeze. When I think of ceruleum, I think of Ceruleum City in Pokemon. Oh god, the Imperials are definitely here. Just our luck, huh? Can we take them all out?
Accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Stupid Garlands, how many times we teach you this lesson, old man? Makes me think of that SpongeBob quote.
Over there, someone's coming.
Oh no. It's him! Wait, is this the Viceroy? She doesn't look Garlean.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master.
Yep.
The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
Ah, so she's the reason.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't
that the dude we've beat up like 3 times? Happy to beat him up again. Oh god, her. How dare you betray your own people.
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very Doma. What I wouldn't do for a drink.
You're Doman, aren't you?
Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember?
Not everyone who is in a position of power in the Garlean Empire is an ethnic Garlean. That's true. Especially people like her that betray their own homeland for, you know, promise of power.
'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom.
Garleans are oddly inclusive for who they are. That is a little weird, huh? Although it did seem that, like, the leadership seems to be inclusive. It seems like other soldiers are a little bit racist. Like, I saw, back in Alamigo, there was, one Alamigan there that was kind of, when she offered her idea, even though she betrayed her own people, other Imperial soldiers were like, hey, shut up, you don't get to talk. But what's his name didn't mind. The golf samurai didn't mind, didn't mind her at all. Racist AF for sure.
I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should.
Oof.
A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Korjin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane. But we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say?
Bit of a caste system, but they put foreigners in position of power. Yeah, like her, that's true. That is something.
Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
Oh god.
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Oh, poor guy. This reminds me of how the American military flies gay flags while they bomb civilians. That's extremely embarrassing, isn't it? That we as Americans, that our American military does that. I saw that and I face palmed extremely hard. I'm like, why are we seriously bombing civilians in the Middle East? It's just ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous, man. But it makes us not look so bad.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word.
Yeah, I could go on and on about that too, but yeah, I don't talk politics much on my stream. Oh god. No! Oh, you're fucked up. What are you gonna make him do?
Kill him.
No!
Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
Lady, you suck. Oh no, bro, don't do it.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
He did it, huh? Oh.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you.
Sorry for that. I'll try not to mention anything related to the real world politics. I just thought it was a funny observation. No worries, dude. It's no worries. Because, I agree with you. That's the thing. So I had to stop myself from going further. But yeah, I appreciate that. I don't want to alienate anyone that has different opinions. I know there's a lot of streamers that are very happy to virtue signal and, push their opinions on people. But yeah, I know that, like, it honestly, like, what I was going to say probably wasn't anywhere near that. And just agreeing with what you're saying is pretty funny, too, because it is a funny observation. But I'm always afraid of being like those other streamers that act like they're smarter than you, and they try to preach, their opinions onto you. And I'm no smarter than you guys. I'm of average intelligence, so I'm in no place. I have no responsibility because I have a platform. I have no responsibility to educate anybody. I am just here to play play games and be silly on the internet. I have flaming hot Doritos, and goddamn does it burn. Ha! Bro, he did it. Dang, no politics, debate lord. Based Andrew. How's it going, Shifty? Swifty? I feel like both sides speak against bombing civilians like that, but there seems to be contention on who's at fault and who's the solution. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just want to entertain, not preach. Keck W, exactly. It's not my place to preach to you guys. Plus, there's people here that aren't even American. So, like, it's pretty funny. I've seen things where, I was watching a live stream of the most popular Star Wars YouTuber. And he's Star Wars Theory, and he's not the biggest fan of the sequel trilogy. And this 19-year-old kid came onto his show, small YouTuber, and he used that, and there was like a panel of these other Star Wars creators, and he used this as a chance to criticize Star Wars Theory and say that it's unfair for him to criticize the sequel trilogy the way he does, and he should change his language and say, instead of saying The Last Jedi is trash, you should say, I think The Last Jedi is trash. And he was like trying to, and he was telling him like, oh, you're like the president of Star Wars because you're the most popular creator, so you have a responsibility to. And he's like, what the heck? I'm just sharing my opinions. I'm not. He's like, I'm not even American. He's Canadian. He's like, I'm Canadian. I don't care about your American politics. So that was really funny. So yeah, I don't want to be like that kid.
Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire.
Oh my god, lady. Have you no remorse?
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to.
Yeah, you're Canadian. It's kind of close. Give a mouse a cookie. Ah, so you met her. I don't like her. Don't do it, bro. Yeah. Oh no, they shot him. Oh. I don't like her, guys. We will show them no mercy. Let's kill them all.
Stop and think for a moment. If you go charging in now, every one of those villagers is as good as dead.
Dang you, Alisaie, I know you're right, but I want to kill them.
We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this
Gosetsu.
madness.
He's more of a
I will
brute than a
approach the
thinker,
village
huh?
alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
This guy's a badass.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand.
Yeah, they might just shoot him, huh?
We live and die at the pleasure of the kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
Jeez. This guy's so tough. What the heck?
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go.
Alisaie's smart like her brother, huh?
Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
This guy better not die. I like him too much.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle.
She and Alfional are smart
Now,
cookies, for
leave
sure.
this place. I must go.
They're just very inexperienced. Yeah, I think that's the only disadvantage they have, is that they're super young. I'll kind of want to watch the 1.0 cutscenes, because I want to see Louis Sois in action. I've seen some cutscenes from 1.0, but I haven't finished the video.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental.
Might be a neat
Something
idea. Yeah.
Intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Man, she is just freaking
Enough,
evil.
Yotsuyu!
Oh god, please don't kill him on sight.
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
I hope you die of lung cancer, lady. I hate it as much as you do, maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble has given us the time we need to find a solution. Well, what a thing to say. I hope you die 40 years from now. What's done? He bade us seek aid to the distant tower, yes. For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. That was the meanest, darkest thing I could think of. Okay, let me change my settings so it stops. The sound stops cutting out whenever I like click onto Twitch or Streamlabs or something. Oops, all lung cancer. I want her to die like immediately of lung cancer. Now that would be a horrible thing to be clipped out of context. Am I seriously just walking past all these Imperials? I better make sure none of the Imperials find me. That would be really terrible, huh? It's okay, people have said worse to me. People in WoW have told me to kill myself multiple times. They've also said that they've done horrible things to my mother. It's crazy how my mom's so popular with people on the internet. Oh god, you played League of Legends? I refuse to play League of Legends. I got a small taste of WoW's toxic nature. When I heard League of Legends was just as bad or worse, I was like, nope. Absolutely not. I don't care how great the game looks. I was like, no way. There's also people who smoke all their lives and died 80. That's true. Always just depends. And then I had a mentor. She died at like in her early 50s and she didn't even smoke, but she got lung cancer. It fucking sucked. It was I used to say, I'm a musician. It was my voice teacher. Really terrible. She was super healthy too, so it was like really, really a huge shame. How the heck do I get there? What the... Oh, I probably have to go up here first, and then it connects. That's my guess. Swim? Oh, yeah, there is water right there. Huh. Thank you. I've never met a more toxic community than LoL, so League of Legends is worse than WoW, huh? Yep, swimming was correct. That I've seen yet? Dang. I'm guessing the cancer was heritable then? Possibly. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure where it came, like, what the deal was. Yeah, that was super sad. Cancer runs in my family too, so I should really get checked sometime soon. We seem to have evaded their patrols so far. What is that tower anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we are on Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High. Oh, Heaven on High! I've heard about this place. A mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh gods, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alfinal. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtless already aware. She doesn't like to waste time talking, you know, extra words, no fluff words. What? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two, was it? Oh boy. 3 of my grandparents had cancer, 2 died from it. The other had ALS before cancer could finish her. My genes are in danger. Oh my god, dude, you should be going to the doctor now. Getting tested for everything. Jeez. Well, at least the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge brought some awareness. I wouldn't have known what ALS was if it weren't for that trend. Oh snap, attack of the Walreen! Calm down, we had nothing to do with... Wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no. Time to run, Lise. Save our strength for any that give chase. You too, Andrew. Okay. We run away. Do I have to kill them? Oh, I do. Oh, they're just gonna sit there and wait for me to enter. Thank you for waiting. Not the walrus. I love being overleveled. Don't touch me, guys. Easy clap. That's right. I just got my samurai to 76 today. Nice, congrats, man. All right, speaking of which, what level are you? I am 75. That's my highest level I have. My second highest is 71, I think? 72 was my second highest. My boosted white mage. Oh, they killed a couple. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to, sharing an island with these things. All we need to do is convince them to help us. Oh yeah, oh wow, yeah, over leveled, yeah. Over 10 levels over. I'm like 15 levels over the... Wait, what's the max level in Stormblood? Is it 60? Or 70? 70 is the max level, huh? So I'm 5 levels over. Hey, do you use a damage parser? I don't know what ACT is, but I have predictions in my mind through magic that help me determine if I'm probably, hopefully, doing the right rotation or not. There's no way to know for sure though, because I've never heard of ACT. Oh, there's a settlement here? And they've even got their own aetheryte. Wait a minute, I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tansui, which means this place belongs to... Oh. Yeah, I don't know what ACT is. I've never heard of that ever. I don't use it. It's against the rules. Why would I use that? It would seem we have found a Confederate settlement. Mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So Gosetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor. The selfsame Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. If you were to guess, Wink, what do you normally average? Honestly, I don't keep track of, like, what the DPS number is actually at. I more just look to see if I'm at the top or not. I'm like, oh look, I'm number 1. I also definitely do not use Teamcraft to keep track of my inventory while farming mats. I've never even heard of that joke, like, not even joking. That sounds pretty useful. But I wouldn't use it because that sounds like it's against the rules, and we don't break the rules around here, guys. I'll have to check next dungeon. So what would I, hypothetically, if I were to use ACT, the illegal add-on that I don't even know how to install, what section would I look in? The DPS? What wind brings you hither, of all places? Were you not bound for Arthur's shores? I see. I trust you've not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject? No. What do you want, a second opinion? Very well. Come with me, I will take you to the captain, Rasho. Just like that? An audience with their leader? How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. I mean, you could open up ACT itself and see the averages for each fight. Can you look at past fights? Because I feel like... I think it's in logs too. Oh. Let me see. Yeah, you would love for SE to include a parser. I see why they don't, but honestly, I wouldn't mind either way. They could just ban people that bully people. You could allow parsing, but then just ban people for enforcing it, you know? You need to check it where it saves to. Baby Smell, are you in Discord? I could probably send you a screenshot in there. It's a great way to help with self-improvement. I agree. They just have to make sure no one ever discriminates on it, which I think they could still enforce. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people. This will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greetings they showed me in Revenant's Toll. Yeah, exactly. As long as they just crack down on the harassment, it's probably fine to keep parsing in the game. Or not keep, because it's not in the game. To add parsing to the game, rather. I'm surprised there are people who let themselves get affected by harassment over parsing. Find people get angry over parsing hilarious. Yeah, I just don't play with them, basically. There's a lot of people that play this game, and if someone's an asshole, I just don't play with them, you know? Or just hit the ignore button, block. Big deal. Greetings, you must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm going to stop talking now. I thought you said you were good with people, Lise? Men who revere manners and tradition can be found all over the world, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Yeah, these people didn't strike me as the traditional type. Since they're pirates. I'm on your Discord now. Oh, cool. Sounds good, man. Yeah, I'll send it in the 14 chat later after stream. Remind me if I don't. Yeah, feel free to ping me in chat if I forget. And I'll send you screenshots as soon as I can. Right after this, I am going to the gym, then eating dinner, so it'll probably be a bit later. Gosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. Aye, I know him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. There was a guy in WoW LFR who was harassing another person. I just went off being sarcastic and patronizing towards the harasser, trying to make him feel dumb for the way he was behaving. That usually, like, makes them angrier too, which is kind of funny. Actually, I would prefer if you could go to a dummy in the open world and just do your rotation. I could do that. I could probably do that off stream or at the end of the stream. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. Oh yeah, if you do Stormblood Dungeon, you'll be scaled down. That makes sense. Like, there's no reason why someone old enough to be online by themselves would be talking to someone now. It's really funny how when people are behind in, like, a screen name when they aren't face to face, people say the nastiest things. It's like, bro, if you wouldn't say this to someone in the back of a parking lot, don't say it to them online, like in an anonymous chat. It's extremely cowardly. It's really stupid. Like, I personally don't say anything that I wouldn't say to someone face to face. Plus, I'm just not a confrontational person in general, I guess. Maybe that's why too. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Isari? Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you're capable warriors, yes? With Gil in preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remains secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything that we've come here to achieve. You've told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? I'm relatively the same online as I'm IRL. I just hold on to one principle when dealing with others. Treat them how I'd like to be treated. And that's good. I wish more people on the internet were like that. Really cowardly, insecure people are all over the internet, though. It's really sad. They take advantage of the anonymity. Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us. Starting to sound like Alfie now. Hey Andrew, I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince them to help him. Help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're on the same mind. It's little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We'll need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. It is easier to live life this way. You'll run into the occasional person who will still treat you like shit, but their attitude is something that they have to live with, not me. Yeah. I just try not to let that stuff get to me, really. If someone's an asshole to me, it's kind of their issue. It's more, I just kind of like, you just kind of gotta feel bad for them. If they're willing to talk to someone like that, like, they probably feel really shitty about themselves. And in some weird twisted way, they think that talking down on you makes them better. I don't know. You assume this person's just, when people are acting like that, they're just not in the right state of mind, in my opinion. Or they're not okay in the head. That's how I see it. I just don't take it personally, usually. The arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. Very interesting. What else am I looking for here? I have to go into the water, don't I? Just looking for glowy stuff on the ground, I think. Ah, there's one. Yeah, pretty much I just let them be, defend myself if necessary, but I don't think I've ever been in a fight since I've been out of high school. Same here. I almost got into one fight once. But, yeah, didn't really amount to anything. He shoved me, I shoved him back. I shoved him onto the ground. He tried to aggravate me, so I'd throw the first punch. It didn't work. So, yeah. I guess I've never technically been in a fight. But not even in high school did I have a fight. Elementary school, dang, you were young. Yeah, there's a bully who was always racist to me. When I was on the bus once going to school, he was a troublemaker. He kept hitting the emergency button. So when we got to a stop, the bus stop made him sit in the front. And when we finally arrived at the school, he went back to he was originally sitting in the back, and he'd left his backpack there. So he was walking back to the back, and he shoved me out of the way, and then I shoved him to the ground, and then I was ready to punch him. I put a fist up, and I was pretty much I assumed he was going to retaliate, push back or something, but I think he was just more shocked that I actually did something, because he had bullied me for like half a year, and I just ignored him. Basically, so the fact that I actually pushed back, he's probably like, whoa. And then later, he was trying to aggravate me in front of a lot of people. He would like, I was at the lunch line, he was like putting his arm on my shoulder, and he was trying to, I think he's just really trying to piss me off or something, but he wouldn't like punch me. I think he really wanted me to hit him so that he could hit me back or something. But no, I didn't fall for that. You had a temper when you were younger, and people like to mess with your brother. You've always hated hurting people though? Yeah. I mean, I don't know, I like how people actually vent online. Unfortunately, if they did the same thing IRL, especially nowadays, they could have to live their lives ruined, even for opinions that were considered moderate 10 years ago. I don't support harassing others, though. Yeah, that's the thing. I think venting is one thing, and having an opinion and debating is another thing, but I think just being an asshole, just outright being an asshole is one thing, like harassing. I see no problem with debating and disagreeing with people, or saying something, like an offensive joke even. I think that stuff's way too over-policed. But yeah, just being an asshole and harassing someone, like, that's where I draw the line. Yeah, I'm in a very gray area about that stuff. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. Yeah, and you speak of, like, cancel culture and stuff, I assume, when you talk about, like, kind of lives being ruined for people saying something that's not maybe 100% acceptable. Like, maybe 10 years ago it was fine to say, but nowadays if you say it, like, you could lose your job, your reputation's ruined. It's kind of sad. I think everyone believes that people could be held, should be canceled or held accountable, but I think the debate is where the line is drawn. Like, I think if Hitler were alive, no one would want him to have a platform, right? Like, I think everyone would agree on that, but other people think that if you have a different opinion, then you deserve to be canceled. If you don't agree with me, then you have to be just like thrown off social media, and that's stupid to me. That's the kind of cancel culture I don't agree with, where people just cancel you because they don't like your opinion because it goes against what they believe. They get their lives ruined for stuff they said 10 years ago. Oh yeah, even though they might not have support now. Yeah, it's crazy. And they take out the context. They'll just get a little clip or a little sound bite and say, ah, look, well, remember how back when you were in high school 10 years ago, you said something that was kind of messed up? Yeah, I saw that in even, like, a typical canceller. Someone worked in a magazine. Someone dug up an old tweet from her Twitter from, like, 10 years ago when she was in high school or something. She lost her job. It's insane. People are crazy. Exactly, those people are extreme hypocrites. Yeah, those are the worst. You know what's funny is usually those people that work that hard to cancel someone usually have something to hide. That's my opinion. They're, like, trying to overly compensate for their own past bad behavior. They make all sorts of excuses for themselves. Yeah, I think they do it on purpose so that people are sure not to look at them. That's how I have always seen it. I'm fairly free speech oriented, but nobody is safe from criticism when it comes to call to action and threats. You're starting to mess with someone else. That's the point. They gotta be. Of course, yeah. Like no one's free to like threaten someone, right? Like you're free to have an opinion, but I don't think you should be free to bully someone or, yeah, harass them or threaten them or say you're gonna show up at their house or some, you know, some weird things like that. Exactly. But yeah, free speech, of course. Free speech is kind of dead now, though. Roof seas, you can do stone sea sky if you want to know how much damage you do. What's that? I actually never heard of that. Taking an interest in the ship? Heh. Good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time she was a beauty. The Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones, like the Sekiboon, only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently, with those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around. If it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what you can't change, yeah? If you're treating someone like shit and they're trying to get away from you, you gotta let them go or face consequences. Yeah, I agree. I agree. To me, that's the same as, like, if you rob a bank, you can't just get off free, you know? Or if you murder someone, you can't just get off free. There's consequences for your actions. I think I think everyone agrees with that. I think that really the debate is where the line's drawn. Like, does some people just disagreeing with someone or not saying what's popular opinion counts as, you know, needing retribution, which is crazy. Like, I don't know. We agree if you punch someone, you should, like, you punch someone on the street, you should go to jail. But other people believe that if you say something that's not politically correct, then you should also be held accountable. I don't know. So it's a little weird. If you're interfering with someone's life, that's my line. Yeah, exactly. But having a different opinion doesn't hurt anybody. Had a good look around, and we just need to wait. We just need to wait for lease. Excuse me. I didn't think that burp was gonna make a sound. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. Excuse me. They legit want people jailed for a wrong thing. It's true. It's really upsetting. I feel like I'm baiting myself into a tangent though, so I'm not. No worries, man. I appreciate you sharing your thoughts. You were very tame in sharing your opinion. Don't feel bad about that. You were very, very apolitical, very neutral. Very, what's the word? Courteous, yes. People are also very quick to ruin someone's life. They'll watch a video that's out of context where you'll hear one side of the story and they're ready to lynch someone. Oh yeah, witch hunting online is the most annoying thing ever. I've been witch hunted on the internet a couple times. I started in a cosplay event once, and another group of people that also do cosplay events were jealous that mine, I don't know how the heck it happened, but it blew up. I invited like 20 people, but for some reason, hundreds of people wanted to attend. It was like in a public place in LA. And I was like, what the heck happened? And these people that were really jealous started advertising it was on Facebook back in the day, sharing my event saying to go harass me because I'm a terrible person They're saying that I was a terrible human being because I was putting all the workers in danger by putting that many people in a public place. So all these virtue signalers are saying, we're doing this for social justice, for the people that are working, because this guy is, like, so inconsiderate, you know, to these workers. So go harass him in his event. Get him canceled. And I was like, what the heck? What the heck? People are crazy. I'm not very apolitical personally. However, I'm respectful enough to not force politics on people. So I try to be apolitical in speaking to people who don't ask for it. That's how I feel as well. Because I definitely have very strong opinions on politics. I just don't share it publicly, you know. Not my place, unless they ask. But on stream, I probably publicly wouldn't do it. But in person, I'm happy to. I'm always afraid to, because some people, like, won't be your friend anymore. You know, if they find out, like, oh, who you voted for, or how you personally feel about a controversial issue, like, because you think something different than them, they'll not want to be your friend. I'm like, what? Another thing that really gets to me is how people treat people differently and will even assume the worst of others based on their race. This is coming from the progressives. I'm like, oh, of course, yeah, not all progressives are nice, you know? I know progressive sounds good, and progressives usually are good, but, you know, just like with anything, extremists are bad. I think extremists of any kind are bad. Left, right, whatever. It's just as Tansui said, they have no intention of standing up to you, Yotsuyu. I don't know if you two got a different impression. Well, under the right circumstances, they might help us. You love talking to people who disagree with me if they're respectful? I've yet to find that. I've had great conversation with people on all creeds and love it. I've only had good conversations with people that either agree with me or are very neutral. But most people that disagree with me just try to talk over me, and I just kind of don't waste my energy, because I know that they're not willing to listen to a different opinion, and I'm not going to change. I'm not there to change. You know, they clearly weren't interested in hearing my opinion, so I don't say anything. I just let them, say their piece, get it out, and then I just move on. So I would love to meet someone that disagrees with me that is respectable. I've yet to do that, but I guess I don't go out of my way to look for that, so it's probably why it'll probably never happen. Well, I guess with my wife, sometimes we don't agree on stuff all the time, even like politically on stuff, but we're always very respectful. We're both very moderate, very in the middle anyway, so there's just like a few key things here and there we might disagree on, but we've never like name called each other or something. We usually come to even if we agree to disagree on something, it's always respectful. So that's one person, I guess. I agree it's obvious that they are struggling to survive and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later, and deep down they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? I'm very right-wing, but I don't mind having conversations with people who are left-wing when I'm not just shitposting, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with being very right-wing either. Yeah, I know people who are very disrespectful. I had great conversations with people, and more often than not, it ends with agree to disagree, or one of us learning something new. And that's the thing about how I am. I get into conversations all the time with people who I disagree with, but I just don't tell them what my opinion is. Like, I have a friend who will always preach to me. He has the exact opposite views of me, and he's never asked for my opinion, though. He'll just kind of, when we talk, he'll just kind of go off on a rant and talk about, his opinions, and I disagree with basically everything he says, but, now and then I learn, something different, because I'll see it from his perspective, and sometimes I'll be like, you know what, I've never looked at it that way, and then it'll change my opinion. No, most people aren't willing to change their mind on stuff, though. Once they have their mind set on something, even if they learn new information, their mind's still set on it, and I think more people should be open to changing their mind once they learn more. I watch news from both political parties, because I always want to know what the opposite party thinks, too, because I never want to get locked into an echo chamber. Echo chambers are bad, no matter what side you're on, I think. It's always good to hear both sides, because you never know. The side I'm on's not always right, so it's good to hear both sides. Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that. And you know, it won't be the last. I'll look around the western end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck. Oh, I got the eastern bow? Whew! Cool. Well, those gloves are kind of cool. I'll take them. What the heck? I wonder how they look dyed black. I want to check this out. Try on. Okay, I'm gonna try not to zoom in on my junk here. Can you test a dye on it? Oh, if I go to dye. Oh, it still has the red or pinkish trim. Oh, that's the only thing that changes is the trim. Never mind. Okay, so we're gonna go talk to some people. Something that people naturally assume is that people they vehemently disagree with are sinister or evil. However, people usually do the things they do or think the way they think because they believe that what they're doing is good. Yeah, and that's what makes a good villain, even in a story. Because, like, no one really thinks they're a villain. Like, when I see people on, like, an opposing news station, you know, preaching about something where they're not, to me, they're, like, usually, they're not looking at when I see someone I'm disagreeing with, like, on the news or something, it's, they kind of are looking in this small box and are looking at the big picture, you know. But they really have good intentions, usually. So, how do you folks like these new anime? Clever subject change. I haven't watched any new anime lately, but I should. I still haven't even finished Demon Slayer. I've been meaning to finish that. I'm big on Attack on Titan. I read the manga for that one. Finished the ending for that. How about that sports team? I don't watch any sports. The only sports I watched, the closest thing to sports I watched was WoW Esports Arena. But not much else. You were late on the Demon Slayer bandwagon? I'm very late on the Demon Slayer bandwagon. And I think it's great too. You strike me as a strong and capable individual. I have a job for you, Westerner, if you are courageous as well. On the beach far to the west lies a carcass of a gyuki, feathered with arrows. I would have you go and retrieve those which may still be of use. While you are about it, I should be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat in gyuki tails, you know. I've been keeping up with My Hero Academia. Oh my god, I'm a few episodes behind on that. I need to do that. I need to catch up. I asked my wife the other day, I'm like, wait, are there still new My Hero episodes? We started the latest season, but I've just been distracted, so I haven't watched the last, like, 4 episodes, I think. You say you're finally gonna compete in a Vanguard tournament after years next week? Dude, let me know how you do. Remember to believe in the heart of the cards, man. That's how you win. Or bring lots of money so you can screw the rules. I did say you would need be a courageous sort. And I meant it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns its child. How do you like the direction/animation of the new season so far? I love it so far. Yeah, literally nothing to complain about. I've never been unhappy with My Hero Academia ever. Never had any complaints. I think it's a masterpiece. I think it's great. I thought it was going to be overhyped because everyone was talking about it so much, but then I started watching it. I'm like, sure enough, it's really good. You there. Hey, you. Have you seen a bumbling clod of an Ara? A new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onkoro. He is late in returning. Strange boy he was, quiet and brooding. Reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better that than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. You watched Seven Deadly Sins? I saw the first episode, and I liked that there was a talking pig, but I just never got around to watching that. That's the same story for a lot of anime, though. Even like Log Horizon. You know, there's a lot of anime where I watch the first episode, I'm like, man, this is really great, I should watch it. And then I get distracted or something. And then I don't watch it, and then I forget. I enjoyed Log Horizon. Yeah, I watched like 4 episodes. Thought it was great. I'm behind on that, come to think of it. Yeah, I thought Log Horizon was good. It's funny that, or not funny, I liked that it was different from Sword Art Online. Both in an MMO, but both with very different approaches. That's me with Attack on Titans, to be fair. Oh, I have so many spoilers in my mind from Attack on Titan, because I'm caught up on the manga, which is finished, and I have to be quiet for like a whole year, or however long the anime takes to catch up. God, I knew what was in the basement for a long time. When they finally released what was in the basement on the anime, I was like, oh, thank God I could finally talk about it. By the way, have you seen Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? I don't know why I never saw that. I bought someone a body pillow of a waifu for a birthday once, but I've never personally seen it. The guy selling it to me thought I was buying it for myself, and I said it was for a friend. He's like, I'm sure it is. I was like, dang, I'm actually not buying this for me. Like, I have a body pillow, but this one was not for me. A new recruit from far-flung shores? Listen, well, I have a task for you. Go first to Aokumo below and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Then to Quickscape Pier and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate quickly. It's a similar kind of feel, but it's not Niskai. Really? I'd love to see it. I mean, it looks good. And I have never heard any complaints about it. Maybe just waifu wars at most, if anything. But never any like super criticism. Come at the behest of Afumi for medicine? My very best is yours for the taking. How pitiful the lot of this Doman unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate could raid a dozen ships of his cups. Mayhap this one should return once he came. Oof, get seasick. It definitely sounds like harem ecchi slapstick anime, and while it does have some of those themes in it, it's plot-driven. And honestly, I don't mind, like, the harem ecchi stuff. I liked High School DxD, I liked Rosario Vampire, Redo of a Healer, like, I don't mind. I don't discriminate against that stuff. I mean, I draw the line at Boku no Pico, basically. I'm pretty open-minded. Oh, lewd redo? Yeah, seriously. I honestly think people are highly overreacted to it. I don't know. Like, maybe because I knew what I was getting into when I watched it. I knew what it was going to be about. I had an idea, so I wasn't surprised. It targets a certain audience, you know? And it's definitely not for most people. Cast about for the Confederate recruit, but see no one matching his description. All right, keep looking. No cap, I heard interspecies reviewers is good. Honestly, I'd watch it. I'm not so fragile where I'm like, freaking Funimation is ridiculous. Funimation they'll dub High School DxD, but they won't adapt interspecies reviewers because it's below their standards. I'm like, shut up. I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to them if they want to do it or not. It's their company, but I just thought it was silly of them a little hypocritical of them to talk of standards when their standards aren't necessarily super high. If anything, Aniplex is the one that only does like high quality stuff. Where, you know, Aniplex is more of quality over quantity, where Funimation seems to be quantity over quality. Funimation are liars. They have done a lot of stuff I find very dishonest. Oh yeah, I unsubscribed from them because I don't support them and what they do and the way they run their business. I used to be huge fans of Funimation. I was very pro Funimation, but no, the last couple of years I unsubbed. I will not support them. I won't watch their anime. Aniplex is love. Aniplex treated me so well. Like I said, I used to work for them a little bit. Well, volunteer for them. I don't want to say work. I wasn't an employee there, but I mean, I worked at their events for free. I worked at their events, did backstage stuff, worked with guests from Japan and stuff. The marketing teams at Aniplex, for the most part, were freaking always so nice to me. They were always great. You volunteered for them at cons, I take it? Yes. If you go on my YouTube page, look at like Anime Expo 2016. That's one of the examples. But yeah, I used to work at the conventions, and it was fun. But it really was like hard work, you know. Some people go to cons that just chill and have fun, but for what I did, I enjoyed like actually working the event. Because I was super passionate about Sword Art Online, you know, it's my favorite anime, so I put all my passion into it. It felt great to kind of spread the word of it, help out at the industry events. To me, that was like the most fun I could have cosplaying. Funimation supports harassment of anyone who doesn't kiss their ring. Pretty much. That's why I don't support them. It's really sad. I don't know why Funimation people think it's it's totally acceptable to like insult their fans. The actors in Japan would never do that. It's insane to me. Who in the right mind thinks it's a good idea to yell at their consumer? Oh, you like Gurren Lagann. You know what? I never finished that. I mean, I heard that what's-his-name died. Since it's such an old anime, people weren't really careful about mentioning that. Kamina, was it? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so people said that right in my face. I only saw the first episode. I like Kill la Kill, and it's the same. Was it the same creator or same studio that did it or something? Kill la Kill is great. So it made me interested in watching Gurren Lagann. Who are you? You do not look like a man of the Confederacy. Forgive me, 'twas but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own and worried that she might have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat and pushed her out till the current claimed it, for the sea is our home, now ever after. But those sent thither with burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it is sad. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters and lost her life for it. But my vigil is ended. Her vessel has not returned to Onokoro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. Very poetic. They're quiet about their own VA's misdeeds, but then put Vic on blast for unproven allegations. Yeah, did you see those Dragon Ball outtakes? Those jokes were messed up. Horrible. Studio Trigger did Kill la Kill, and they had a hand in Gurren Lagann, but Guy Next was Gurren Lagann. Oh, okay, I see. Good to know. Yeah, that was pretty upsetting. I was like, man, I've met Vic a bunch of times. I've met a lot of those actors. I was a big fan of Monica Rial, even. I was in her fan club on Facebook and stuff before all this happened. And Vic's as well, the Rizumble Rangers. In fact, if I reactivate my Facebook account, I'm probably still in their fan clubs. I don't know, it's just a big bummer. The first 2 or 3 seasons of TTGL were a bit difficult for me at first, but I got hooked enough. Honestly, I thought it was good already, right from the start. I just, once again, got distracted. Oh, there's an ether current. How do I even get that? Oh, fuck. How frustrating. You feel like you do the same as me for a lot of anime? It's hard not to, dude. There's so much to watch. And I would get very annoyed of anime elitists. That would kind of shame you. What? You haven't seen this? It's like, no, I haven't, bro. Is it that hard to understand that I have a life outside of anime? Look. Why does it shift and shudder still? Oh, the seasick guy. Medicines? Give them here! They may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but I would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. You are kind, as is Afumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I am able. I can't even remember the names of all the anime I failed to watch. That's why stuff like my anime list exists, but I forget to use it, so mine is very outdated. My profile picture may even be from like 7 years ago. Oh my god, time flies. The music here is just so relaxing. I mean, it's really nice streaming this because, like, I might find this kind of stuff mundane if I was just playing by myself. This is pretty cool, chilling, talking while I'm doing this quest. Same, I think I updated it somewhat recently, but boy. Mine's severely outdated, I'm pretty sure. Promised Neverland is kind of the last thing I finished watching. I quite liked it, it's just sad about the ending. The anime did the manga dirty. So what of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? What? All the time he was standing watch for the funerary vessel? Huh? So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It is good you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude, yeah. You're planning to watch Dorohedoro at some point, I don't know when. You know, I never finished with Sergeant Frog. Did that anime ever finish? I'd heard that it was canceled or something at some point, which is a shame because I quite liked Sergeant Frog. You know, I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. I'm far from being an anime expert. Funny is I cosplayed a lot, so people assumed I was like this anime expert just because I had a lot of followers or something. I'm like, guys, I don't know much about anime. I like anime, but I'm not an expert. The Doman was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it's not long before he can no longer stand. But he will grow accustomed to this life. He is hardly the first, after all. The captain, too, once of Doma, though he cast all aside 25 years ago, when the Imperials took his land and the lives of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you two will renounce your ties and join us someday? Hi, I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Can't we unfold it all? Seriously, Dumbbell was auto-modded because it had the word dumb in it. That's hilarious. Anime I have yet to pick up again: Dr. Stone, Dumbbell, Megalobox, Princess Tutu, and Bunny Girl Senpai. Yeah, I need to watch those. Oh my god, Twitch, jeez. The fragility of people these days. I could understand, like, racial slurs being censored, but dumb? Seriously? That's offensive now? I thought I was sensitive, jeez. Ba-da-da-da-dum. I love that music. Oh, I see it. I see it now. I have to go kind of far. Thanks for chatting up with me. I'm having fun so far this stream, and everyone lurking too. You know, you don't have to be active in chat to be a good viewer. I know we have a couple people that talk a lot, and I enjoy that. But you know what? To anyone lurking too, I appreciate you too. Since you're a music guy, have you seen Beck? No, I have not. Whew. I need to record new music. I haven't recorded new music in so long. Music was my life for a while when I was younger. I used to write like at least one new song a day. Is Beck good? Is this a fate or something? No? Oh, it is a fate. Why did I not see it on the map? I'm too strong for this. Need some more tea. It's old, but I enjoyed it. If you haven't heard of it, it's basically a kid learning guitar and creating a band with an older fellow. My synopsis doesn't do it justice, but I loved it. That sounds like my cup of tea. I love K-On! I thought that was great. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get attacked, so I'm just gonna do this. Yep, as expected. Oh, shit. I wasted a mudra. Oh, well. I should drop my anime list in this anime chat? Yeah, you should. You should. I need to update mine and drop mine in there, too. Mine's extremely outdated. I gave Sword Art Online a 10 out of 10, and people were like, get ready to be flamed, bro. It was funny. Alright, prepared the food. Yes, SAO 10 out of 10 isn't exactly the popular opinion. I didn't care though. I was like, you know what? I enjoyed it. But I stand by the fact that nothing in the world is perfect. So nothing can really, nothing honestly truly deserves a 10 out of 10. But I did 10 out of 10 to prove my point of it doesn't matter that it's flawed. The fact is I enjoyed it. When I watched it, there was enjoyment. Of course there were flaws. Of course there were things that I think should have, you know, been done better. Things that I disagreed with, but I had extreme enjoyment when I watched it, so gave it 10 out of 10. You enjoyed some of SAO, but it's never been that high up for me. That's fine. You can understand why people love it, though. Yeah, I loved it. I related to the main character. It's a game with MMOs, and I was addicted to WoW at the time. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was well done. People seem embarrassed to admit to liking it, though, just because it's not popular opinion. People say, oh, I only liked it when I was younger, but now it's not. I don't like it anymore. Then they make it sound like it's an anime just because it was popular, you know? But it's okay. You've been away for some time, perhaps in search of a young Gyuki corpse. I was never embarrassed for liking SAO. Me neither. But a lot of people on the internet, for some reason, are. It's kind of a shame. I wish people weren't such fucking assholes. The anime elitists are the worst. I remember one person said, like, all my friends like SAO. All my real-life friends, so... But one of my friends was dating a girl who was an anime elitist who only liked underground anime. She had a more refined taste than us commoners who liked popular anime. So she said, you guys think SAO's great? That's just for 12-year-olds. You should watch a real anime like, and she said the name of some obscure anime that no one knows about. It's like, oh wow, congratulations, you like an anime that no one knows about. But if that got popular, she would suddenly say that that was shit as well, so. Some people are stupid. Yeah, gatekeepers are horrible. Like, I would prefer Asmongold not play 14 because, you know, his followers, because, you know, it might lead his toxic followers into the game, but at the same time, if they, like, I'm not going to actively go out and say, no, you're from Asmongold's stream, you're not allowed in here, you know? Like, that's annoying. I watch stuff past the surface level popular stuff, but I also enjoy the popular stuff too. That's good, and that's fine. That's the good thing about anime, there's so much of it, you enjoy what you enjoy. I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. Would that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. A pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Gyuki as game, but as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows too must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary, alas. With every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But this day we shall have full bellies. And of that we must take solace, and wayward travelers need not risk the ire of vengeful Gyuki by wandering near my neglected kill. I got it disappeared though, gonna give you a lurk? No worries, man. Strange sight. Oh, a lot of peeps regurgitate the stuff that Mother's Basement or Joey the Anime Man say, assuming their opinions are It kind of sucks, just because they're popular, people repeat them, and that becomes popular opinion. It's really sad. These people need to think for themselves. At least watch it. A lot of people say, I didn't watch it, but I know it sucks. You sound very unintelligent right now. I have more respect for people that did watch it and then can respectfully tell me why they didn't like it. Then that's fine. But a lot of people haven't even watched it, and they'll just repeat what Mother's Basement said. You don't care for opinions, Marth? Can't blame you. Strange side passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid. I'm gonna be 76 before I know it. Hirase is impressed by your industrious nature. You've been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything? Heh. Now that you mention it. Lately we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water and making off with our fish. Damnedest things, I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We've got to cull the thieving bastards regularly. So happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of these rotting fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can't find the other group. They've been away longer than I like. Alright, time to do some chores. Oh, I have to get the bait first. Let us see what's next. Actually, I think I'm gonna call it here, guys. It's just about time for me to end. I'm sorry, it's like a little bit under the time limit, but I gotta get ready for dinner and for the gym. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been watching. To anyone new, if you enjoyed the stream, consider hitting that follow button. That way you can watch future streams. Let me send my socials here. Consider joining my Discord. Got a cool small community there. If you enjoyed this, yeah, think about joining. I got a YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram, a second YouTube's VODs channel, and of course I have a new YouTube video out, so please check that as well. It's about the time I discovered brothels and ERP in this game, so any views would be appreciated, any likes, comments as well, and shares. So just thank you so much, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. See you later, Alisaie. And everyone else that's lurking, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I hope you're enjoying the streams, and I'll see you guys next time.